What's going on, everybody? Pay no attention to this stuff over here on the sides. Today, we're looking at the Monster HYDE from Loose Collectors, the Crypt collection. I've been anticipating him for about over a year when I did the Kickstarter. So heck yeah, let's check him out. Let's jump in. Quick look at the reverse side. We've got some more figure shots. He's got a hat. He's got some hair. Pretty cool. London, England, 1862. Sole heir of the Jekyll estates, Lord William Jekyll uncovered the chilling secrets of his late estranged father, Dr. Henry Jekyll. Intending to use the powers of the forbidden serum for his personal gain, Lord Jekyll released the unimaginable evil, permanently transforming himself into an even more sinister and destructive incarnation of the terrifying monster HYDE. So hell yes, that's as dramatic as I can read. I feel a little sicky poo. But that having been said, I'm digging the bald look, and I'll be rocking the bald portrait with the hat, I'm telling you right now. Another figure shot on the other side, and we're gonna do a lot of scale comparisons today. All right, let's get them out. Immediate impressions. Number one, he's not as tall as I thought he was gonna be. I don't know, I just imagined him being super massive tall, and at this height, he seems like he's comparable maybe to Hulk or Juggernaut or something, but we're going to check that out together in the theme comparison. Another immediate impression when I saw him was, wow! And width of his shoulders is insane. The size of his shoulder muscle is maybe 4 times that of his skull and his head. That's insane. The thickness of his back, this is crazy. And his back to his chest, I mean, this dude, really impressive, super skinny waist. You know, whereas the Hulk might have a much wider waist with those really wide shoulders. We're going to check all that out together. So those are the two things that struck me immediately out of the package. A third thing that caught my attention out of the package, there's a really nice shading of what I think is at least 2 different colors. So you have that base beige, and then there's like that red tone and maybe a little bit of brown. I could be off, but it looks really, really nice. It's applied really, really well. All of his muscles, the peaks, are very pale. The peak of his knee is pale. The peak here of his shin bone is pale. You see here, his knuckles are all pale, right? Like the skin is being stretched. I mean, beautiful sculpting. Look at all the striations in his shoulder alone. I mean, look at all the striations in his neck. I mean, that is insane. I am going to keep the bald portrait, and I'll show you the other portrait. This is a really nice portrait. I'm not going to lie. It does look almost like a beastie Hulk, you know, or a vampire Hulk if Hulk had fangs like that. But I really like this portrait. It is really nice with the hair. But I am rocking the baldy because I'm a baldy. Beautiful, beautiful figure, man. Wow. Let's look at his back. Wow, man. I mean, you wouldn't think he could stand because of how far all this back muscle is just hanging this way. But he stands. He definitely stands. I mean, look at the indentations here on his lower back muscles. I like the deep green and a very heavy wash on it. Very cool. Look at the peaks on his calf muscles, man. That is crazy. Something else that caught my attention, so I guess it's like number 4. He's super sturdy. He's super sturdy. I picked up the Titan figure from BBTS like a year or 2 ago, and that figure was so disappointing because it was so loose everywhere. This guy feels like a figure you might pick up from Hasbro or somebody, or Marvel Select or something like that, or DC Multiverse. He is super tight. Everything feels nice and sturdy. Nothing wobbles. Tons of articulation everywhere, and we're going to check that out. Very, very dope, man. I am feeling this dude, man. I will show you the neck peg mechanism because I thought it was interesting when I swapped this head on because he does not come with the head on. But very, very dope. All right, let's look at some accessories really quickly. We've got his massive additional hands. He comes with 2 of them, and this is my thumb, and that's his hand. He also comes with his overcoat, or this was Dr. Jekyll's overcoat. And you can just snap that right on, and that's really chill. You know, it is kind of soft at the extremes, but then around the center, it gets more stiff. So that's pretty cool. Look at the back. You know, I mean, dude, you could, I have a cup of water here. Let's see. Can he hold a cup of water on his back? You thought I was joking? That is an actual cup of water balanced on his back. Dude's back is basically flat like a table. Yo, he's massive. Let me have a sip. Oh man, that was good stuff. And it wasn't even Deer Park. So yeah, this guy is rocking. If you weren't watching TV in the 80s, you don't get that reference. We've got his very, very dope top hat. Makes me wish I had. Very, very dope. And we'll go ahead and put that on him. Oh, I like that. I like that look. I like that look. He's going out for dinner. And as an uber bonus for being one of the first 500 backers of the Kickstarter, I got these two little Minion things. They do have articulating arms, no articulating legs or feet, and they are scary as hell. Shit, these things are scary as freaking hell. Their heads, oh wow, the heads articulate. Let's take a look at the peg. So I was just wondering what I could swap in or out there, or what I could swap these head portraits onto. The slot is super small in there. You could Dremel it out. But these portraits are really freaky, man. And I tell you what, man, if you got the figure, but you didn't get these two extra Minions, and I'll read you the bio right now, I gotta be honest, you lost out. Sorry, I don't feel so great. All right, so really quickly, the first 500 bonus, the Lamang Lupa Earth Dweller, or Duvendang Itim, the Black Dwarf, is the most evil of all elves in Philippine folklore. Very interesting. So what I extracted from that is that maybe Dr. Jekyll got a rash and it turned him into Hyde. I don't know. But either way, these little things are super cool. And that little bit of folklore from the Philippines is very, very dope. I like that very, very much. I'd love to see more of that. Just kind of like an infusion of folklore and mythology and legends. That would be so, so dope. All right. This guy is awesome looking. He stands at 9.5 inches to the top of his table. Shoulders up there. Let's jump into articulation. At the head, you got a tremendous amount of look down. His chin can touch his chest. Up, he can definitely look forward for you. No problemos. I'm going to show you the head. It's the peg isn't pointing up. The neck peg is pointing forward, right? Obviously, I've never seen that on a figure like this. But then again, I've never had a HYDE figure. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. At the shoulders, you're going to get full rotation. And we're going to look at everything because he has so many muscles. And I want to see what his range is. You've got, wow, that's impressive, man. That's impressive. This is a big dude with massive shoulders and a massive back. And you get about 90 there. You got full swivel all the way around at the bicep. And you got a single jointed, pinless elbow. And look at that flex, man. That is savage. I mean, that is savage. Boom, boom, boom. Man, he looks crazy, man. At the diaphragm, upper torso, you do have full swivel all the way around. It is very stiff, very nice. Wow, you even got some tilt. Look at that. Wow, impressive. You do have swivel also at the waist. And let's see what's going on at the legs. Wow. Wow, so this is an agile behemoth that's standing at almost 10 feet tall. Does he have, yep, he has the thigh cut for your swivel. Wow. Double jointed knee, pinless, and he is almost touching his buttock with his heel. Very nice. Toe all the way down. Not much toe up at all, actually. He's not going to give you much toe up at all. But he does have the toe articulation. So really cool. Let's see that rocker. Wow. Ninja level rocker. All right, so you know what? Shout out to Loose Collectors. I'll be checking for them. I think they said they're going to come out with more figures in their Crypt line. I'll be checking for them because you know what? Articulation, check. The connections between the joints feeling sturdy and smooth, check. Paint and deco, check. Sculpting, check. Wow. Beautiful figure. Beautiful figure. Plus, I got these awesome little minions that if you didn't get them, I feel bad for you. Check. Let's jump into some comparisons. So I'm going to start out today and I'm going to bring out my little Spidey, my teenage Spidey from the 5-pack with the villains. I love this Spidey. He's a metallic purple and he's the smallest Spidey that I think has ever come out, if I'm not mistaken, in the Marvel Legends universe. So we're going to keep him out just for some reference, right? In terms of the 112 universe. And we'll start bringing out some big boys. First up, I'll bring out Super Adaptoid. Why? Because he's big and because I had him out recently. He is a 12-inch figure. And you see he's standing about 2.5 inches taller than is our HYDE figure. I'll bring out my Immortal Hulk. And side by side there, HYDE definitely has him in the shoulder width department, in the forearm department, in the hands department. Look at the size of this fist right here. Man, in a fight, I think I'm going with Hulk. But man, this guy is massive. In terms of the thickness of their upper torso, I mean, you know, HYDE has it. Feet, it's close. Hulk has a wider foot, and from heel to big toe, their feet are about the same length. So way to go. They both got a great base, which means power, power, power. If you're talking 112 scale and you're talking big boys, it really doesn't get much bigger than this in terms of big bad monsters. Or I like to think that my Stone Troll is a nice guy. My Mythic Legion Stone Troll. And I think these guys make a nice pairing on a shelf. Our Mr. HYDE figure seems like he could hold his own against a Stone Troll, muscle for muscle. I'll also bring out my American Juggernaut figure, custom I got from AliExpress. Buddy of mine on Instagram hooked me up. And you see that is the base Juggernaut body from Marvel Select. And they're of comparable height. The top of the dome here almost makes it to the flat back here of HYDE. HYDE has him in the shoulder width department. I mean, this is a behemoth of a figure. And I mean, I'm putting him next to Juggernaut, Hulk. You know, he made the Super Adaptoid look super skinny. This is a massive brolic dude. Let's keep moving. I'll bring out my Mongol figure from Todd McFarlane in the DC Multiverse. And this is, I think, the tallest figure in the DC Multiverse right now so far. And he is taller than our HYDE figure, looking very slender. And if I didn't tell you that these were 10-inch figs, you might think they were typical 112 figs because side by side, they look comparable. Really cool. And to finish up today, my Monstar from Super 7 Ultimates in his transformed state. I had this as a kid. I remember my mom giving it to me. I loved it. I was never a fan of action gimmicks as a kid, but the whole popping his legs to open the chest and the head flip thing, oh man, I loved that, man. Made the exception as a kid for Monstar. And this is a behemoth of a figure. He is definitely peeking over Mr. HYDE's flat back there. But if we put them face to face, you know, I mean, HYDE's back is just a massive piece of anatomy there for him. Very, very dope. I'll bring Spidey out again real quick just so that you can see what a 112 scale figure might look like. Super cool, man. Super, super cool. Final thoughts on Monster HYDE from Loose Collectors. This dude is dope. The figure is dope. And in terms of how he fits in with some of my more colossal figs, I think he looks great with them. I think he looks absolutely great with them. So a highly anticipated fig from last year that has not disappointed. And I'm thankful that I've had that experience a lot so far in 2023. Ordered a bunch of stuff in 2021 and 2022 that is starting to come around from the Thunder Tank and all that stuff. And everything has been a grand slam so far. Monstar is a grand slam. I'm looking forward to doing the review next. And heck yeah, this was so much fun today, man. Way to start the week on a Monday. As always, everybody, it's always so much fun taking time out to share the experience of collecting toys as an adult with you. And I hope you're able to keep coming back and share some experiences too. Until next time, everybody, thank goodness it's playtime.